Hi, I'm Steve Lloyd, President of the Florida Tree Farm Program. The American Tree Farm System is a third-party verified certification program for our timberlands. It verifies that our forests are being managed to produce sustainable green forest products. The Florida Tree Farm Program is comprised of approximately 750,000 acres in Florida, owned by approximately 1,200 tree farmers, like Mr. Don Ashley and THEO MEADOWS of Madison County, who are our Jon Gould Outstanding Tree Farmers of the Year.
Thank you. On behalf of my sister and I, who's a co-owner of Ashley Farms, we are very humbled and privileged to receive this award. And we are certainly proud and thankful of making this recognition. We are truly privileged. Back in the late 50s, early 60s, my family used to grow shade tobacco. It was very labor intensive and we cooked it in these large barns. Daddy got out of the tobacco business in 1975 and we were trying to figure out how we could transition our farm into something that we could hopefully hang on to it. And so what we've got here is we've got about 80 acres of row crop. We've got about 300 acres in timber. My ultimate goal was to set up different stands at different ages so we could harvest that timber at anywhere from 5 to 7 year intervals so we could pay for the place and maintain it without having to subdivide it, which has really happened all the way around us. But we've been lucky to work with Southern Forestry Consultants, Dave Lewis, that helped us get started in our tree initiative and transitioning our farm in something that we thought would serve our goals and purposes.
And I've been working with the Ashley family for probably at least 25 years. One of the most unique things about the Ashley property, and I work on a lot of different places, is the amount of diversity for such a smaller piece of property. And they've managed for wildlife as well as for timber production. We've had some issues out here. We've had bark beetles and diseases and things that we've had to overcome, but they just move forward. They pick up the pieces, move on, and make the best of it. And I think that's a real good attribute in a landowner to have that flexibility and that resilience.
Back in 1993, according to our stewardship plan that they wrote, we were trying to get some kind of diversification for the wildlife, and our consultant suggested us putting in some sawtooth oak trees. This is us with them coming on, and then the drought hit us, unfortunately, so my dad and I, we rigged us up a water rig and we came through and watered them for the next 2 summers. And you can see how the trees have grown. They started off in 10-gallon pots. And I've been in banking probably over 35 years, so my expertise is not in the timber business. As much as I love it, and I love the wildlife and that kind of stuff, I would highly recommend using a consulting forester.
Don mentioned about prescribed burning, and that is an integral part of the management that we're doing on his property. We try to burn everything on at least a 3-year rotation, but it's just a difficult place to burn because of the highways and the fields that are interspersed. So we always write a smoke management plan or a burn plan to manage the smoke and accomplish what we want without damaging or destroying the timber.
I'm Zach Butler. I'm the Madison County Forester, and I nominated Mr. Ashley's property for the Jon Gould Outstanding Tree Farm of the Year. I've been out here a few times working with him on several of his different projects, getting him signed up for cost and everything, and I saw all the different stuff that he was doing, all the, going from cropland and shade tobacco all the way up to trees and pine trees, and going from loblolly over to longleaf and doing all these good stuff for wildlife, and trying to make it a wildlife sanctuary in the middle of town.
We've got the food plot here. We've just replanted some longleaf over here to the east, and behind us over this way is another one of the old tobacco shades. Dave Lewis and his crew came in and burned it this spring and did a real good job, got a real good burn. We've got a lot of partridge pea and stuff like that coming back for the wildlife. The quail hopefully will like it. This is another one of our stands of longleaf we just planted last winter. We've gone in here and we sprayed it last fall. That helps get it out of that grass stage and keeps the competition down.
County foresters like Zach Butler show dedication and commitment and productivity for the program and conducting certifications, and we really couldn't get along without them. Zach in particular has been just incredible this year, very enthusiastic, and for that reason it is my honor to recognize him as the 2020 Glenn Harris Tree Farm Inspector of the Year. Congratulations,
Thank
Zach.
you.
You know, when you drive around Ashley Farm, it's easy to see the level of commitment and care Mr. Ashley has put into this property. That's why it is a prime example of sustainable forest management in Florida. And that is why we have selected Don Ashley and Theo Meadows of Ashley Farm as the 2020 Jon Gould Outstanding Tree Farmer of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you.